ilaha illallah. Alhamdulillah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Shuntinga ya na funiya. Shitanga na ta gege bonde tinga fongo yai. Sutu sata kama futinga. Le mo sika kakadro sika mafuko nyanga to foto no mata no shop to. Natina Ngege bonde Sutung na fonongo shooting ya luhu mo hui Sutu una motonga na Santanga funongo Tunga funya nga fun ka tu point Mame ngege sunda nga tufunya Sutu nya kumulo ka pa Natina sindi nga funyo Ni tinga tu ngene ngege tu o futunga yai shooting ye na futunye tunye funinga time tunga yufia tunye sininga mama ngege sunanga futuro cha shuru na da fuyu satangai polinga nya shute ngege tu na Natina tunga tata fudonga tata shuti anga fuya shigia tanga yo na furinga fudura ngege sinanga ngege bonde sakatanga huya nge fuya shut tanga yo hulangai tusu tanga fuya tusu na funya ngai ponge nanga tonga ponga nya chuta tinga tugri tanga funya nonya tugri tanga fuya yo che do fuya ngai ka tunga nya lo
men ka samwa emobi a wajimi morning sem ma me dan me when I was saying things here I said to Natina said Natina and share the social media angle perspective but sit down listen to my video watch the video just listen to the same make then you get to know where you are going then you get to know what you are doing because and when I was listening to Natina's interview I think that Tina's as well I said was messy up big time. Because Natina, your problem is the people around your games now almost so shade at you. You don't use them to do things. No, you don't use them to say things or things are something that I can. You don't see those people because that is your game. You don't expect them to say, no. But Busa said, the person in question, the lady in question, what is she doing? What is she saying? What is she saying? Natina, you were out there saying, Ngege say. Now the question you need to ask yourself is that, did she mention your name? Called Natina, nah? Did she mention your name? Because that piece, what the lady said, they said, obey up and also say, what this is what the lady said. And I tell you, no, make say. There are some things, we should be matured enough. Certain things, I understand you people your game, but maybe also a bad game, and fun with your brand. Like, just try as much as possible to apply maturity. Let someone on come game no and who say no daddy this man is applying maturity. This man is applying sense. This lady is applying sense. And she mu game no be no game no be na shower or come game no be. This is the bitter truth. No be na shower or this am ago ni bi. No be na shower or this am ago ni bi. Cause am ago no me to be bi. But obi on my no and also na nije and no be any problem obi an na die. But there are some things once you have a family, once you have a wife, once you have a kids, even if you be going pa baby on my bar try say over fast no apply maturity. What the lady said is obey up no so say on the mother me so nada. Okay, but you came out to mention her name. You mention her name. This is the problem. This is where the problem is. This is where the problem is. And then when I was listening to you, you want to tell a real thing I say, one kind of baby that's on another. So for now, you want to prove to a real thing I say only let the name die. Natina, and I mean proven show. Proven show say I can also someone should give you a video. I can give you your words. Just on another. Should I give you a word for you to know say what can I say? Should I? So be a fair back door. And I said it pan say, oh, mini Ngege kasa. Tieni. Mini Ngege kasa. Enti no Natina enim guase na dooso. Nipa no ebi oye panyimu. Watranse adwen ahu se da bi. Se me settle the peace between them. Ze de wo ka no. Munim no. Enti wo de ani die ma. Oh, mini Ngege kasa. But okasem no baby a ulu first baby a wanye smart and say the person na nkase o mini Ngege kasa Ngege say me kan kire wo say it's two different things. Mini Ngege kasa two different things, two scenario here. Different from say Ngege say me kan kire wo Natina say. You know what or discussing with Ngege at the saying that is also on Ngege akasa. Inti apostle wadaruma mesumi no be kasa because ngua say too much. Inti no me Ngege akasa enya de oba be kasa biem e wa abonte ofa issue no. Inti usu men kasa biem when someone exercise we know we go jabonte no say Ngege so me power chawa. It must you even I mean so asem we so. Because one the person didn't say your friend say Natina apostle Ngege see me kan kire wo say that is totally different. Bibia na abesoso Natina bibia na abesoso it is obi a blogger no kote say no be kan zedi na wo kan o kan say bloggers be at twist wanu masem it is sana bloggers so change your say asem obi yon pe wa asem be ka say Natina number do e pachew it must you so asem we so ana so de ani die ma asani pane dia so de ni di e ma say ni pa no frɛ won dia it way ese ka so no you don't expect someone e be your town someone e be all defending Ngege to say things about what come there. You don't expect them to do that. And the same thing that Ngege so what one man she don't expect people who are defending you, people who are hailing you, people who are applauding you to say things on no be there. No, hell no. Say this sadia people are throwing shade at her. And then they take a lady no swama. And what maybe video what can say me. And I said Natina, between you and the lady, you are not showing maturity, but the lady is showing maturity to you. Saying one must say on the number door. That is maturity. Because in some walk and in the America also abonteno. It is disgrace. Or family, you have a family, or ma also or ma. It is so who say nyansa the number door. You don't say for Pia Bontembra. No. It's see if me see me share mu game na me come mummy no asem. So one analyzing you could see say the lady apply maturity and you are not thinking right. You are not applying the maturity. Me masem ne no kwani ni o. Nti na ya na me kan sem che obi na obi on panic kwa no adwa no. The lady is showing maturity, but you are not showing the maturity. You are not applying it. But you are rather there. And now momu catcher say the maturity no also back door no nyai no family abontain in the public space no umuni mienu nyangu mu ho animas. Who does this? Who does this? And then you are out there. Untumi confirm some panel and die. Untumi. And now what there man for so be for one video and now one audio being chest or say one another. You are out there denying what you said. You are out there denying and some work. I mean, how? Why would you do this? How? Me say me fu wale mo asem no. Me fu wale mo asem no. But Natina, if you dare people say one video chest or Ngege ada una okan. Me nim wonu asem e na okan e ma tie. And I'm saying, and I'm saying, if indeed what you are saying is true, that is when I will come. If indeed what you are saying is true, Natina, you went too far. When I wrote, say, how did we get, Natina, how did you get here? Because of social media, on the play my game, no. Because of that, people, yes, they become family caption, Eddie Jimmy, me and family. But I was expecting you, Natina, to see my caption and say, no, it has so many branches. And for that matter, I need to sit down and know what Goodman is trying to tell me. The people on social media, Ngege na ti o na so, Ngege no problem. Let me say, a baby, no, yes, baby, farm, me caption, Eddie Jimmy, me who impo, me at Tenamati, me who. And look what I am family humpo. What you say? Because as one kind, it has so many branches. Me can some share by dream back and a benya answer. Man can some man change Jimmy phobia. And it is a blogger big of far. Jimmy for blogger big of far. But Bakwasia blogger big of far. Or no, or pass some no, can't share by dream a first Kwasia for. Emma Kwasia for the Jimmy for Jedi. And no problem, or no, as I know to be a hand. Because some kind, it has branches. It has branches, broad. Me say no trust our caption because brought. Man try caption to crucify you. Man try caption so different and I Ngege di bimu. No. Me try caption because na hebema. That is why I mention your name. I mention your name for a purpose. It is all what they share. And friends, when more you my to form because social media can tell game now mu play no. And no be Jimmy. Me can't say mo be away Jimmy morning say mameda. And for that matter, we try to sad there. Obi mistake. O share the style, obi mistake. Because me can something say obi away Jimmy o. Me can some be first Bakwasia bi o there bi. Me can some for my dream body be nyansafo. Enti o mo ankasa ti social media na for manum asema. You ever dream body be nyansa ni o twam obehu page. Obehu say wo di Jimmy no, obehu there na asem we dey. E there na matured person to say wo Jimmy wo ho. Because e yebofo na me troye. E yebofo na me troye. It has so many meanings. And a bluffing, I didn't conclude. Bluffing, I'm trying. Man concluded bluffing. I feel here, a Jimmy 40 Tiabonte. Hey, when he was insulting Reverend Obi, where were you? When Ngege was posting news, where were you? Jimmy say, I didn't saw me try near bluffing. And your conclusion, I mentioned Natina's name for a purpose. Hey, bluffing. I'm saying, a bad day so when I say, my camera, and I'm defending myself on other pages. No. Me who inquire mate. Me who import mate. Because me the end say me can't say mo be a Jimmy morning say ma me da no kra ni from day one obi ani mo app no so. Me can't say ma the Jimmy morning say en heli me da me mpe. Me Jimmy for agudi no kra ni. Me obi a Jimmy mpe agudi. Ntina me say no kra wo me say Natina. Ntina me say mo sa mo agbo no me ntumi ndibi. Me ntumi ndibi. When no circumstance. And I'm saying, I'll see someone. Me ne say ni pana kwa koda. No, I recording. No, me twin this I go ni bi. Emba me timumpo. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Na BBSC, me ne pani mi enu kwa ntemu engu bi ma. No be jia bonten, me ne nada. Jimmy be ni. Me twin this say Jimmy go ni bi. No kwa ni ni. Eno nti na me say mo agro no nti na me fa me hu njim no. Me ntumi nya bi. Me ntumi nya bi. Me ntumi nya bi. And she said, ye mu bi ye kasa chewa. Ye mu bi twa adwese bi so. O ya ade ne ye mu bi hwe ade no from afar. Ne ye twa adwese so a. Enti na me kasa bi am say, en hwe no social media game na mu play no. Hwe no badwen ba do banyansafo. Hwe no baby a ye me free ban. Me count game no. Enti hwe no baby a me free ban. And then you out there saying so on and that. You out there saying so being prove a video just or say on it in the gather. Are you kidding me?
I said you see by ya that foot to the wife. Sometimes Obama me hear piano. Nick the year piano. Too smart than you. Matisse on a back door, and I me bro die, and I video me, and I hear we, and I see me pearl. Oh, be a slip pearl, and check round. Me no, when you be in a phone so. No, soon. Can you ever hear me? Well, you're not surprised. Oh, my may book a good year, and I feel about many more now. Can look when you see what the Castle can you be your phone. And I mean, my fear number bed now, a fear number said, I only have a fan and said, yeah, you're quite here by it. 5 days today. You want to cry. Over TikTok and now don't marry again. Some places some of the fortune chain. We have to tell you. Me say, woman Ngege, so I'm a prove shop family wife. Go be a beautiful enemy and Dama bar. Defamation. I will defame me the wife. I was a Ngege. I will ever fight to prove my innocence this time. What's up with the child? But who said we a pig and we a devil and we a Jew and mommy Ngege me sick when you see me. Make the two to where you don't want to go. I will take you there. But the young person will come. Matisse, Commando, I respect you so much. Commando, I respect you so much. Don't allow yourself for this evil woman to use you. Mami Ngege not on to be moving. So Mami Ngege be catch am say, on the because the sibu efa nsen ya or two for what or two not to be moving. O bet me work cannot
mo Natina Jao. So where did you get this from? And I'll go to the kind. Where did you get it from? Abraham Papa was good. You should allow us to call him. Because we be phone lines that mbe fuel asem. Me asem person fuel no tina. Era me pese callers bebe no. Mo de mbe fuel ya hwa ko bi ka cancer ma. Before say bia me mani beba me so kwa na akwa na nso ntia so ma yida Ngege or Natina. Ya ntina ya me pese me esa. But maybe I'll try say you be Bible don't worry. I'll try and mama more frabbe. Don't worry, that's okay. More frabbe. Natina. So also been proven one video. When you were saying it, when you were saying this, that time, no arguing way. So when you were saying this, not as a trend saying, how do someone, another, how do Oba get pregnant? And as my can say, how does Oba get pregnant? How? By virtue of what? For Oba to get pregnant, by virtue of what? When you were saying, sir, Ojafon so say, and I say, Okakachi Obi, and for that matter, the person shouldn't allow herself to be, maybe to be used by Ngege because Ngege to me no fire funu because obe to me when you were saying it, what it means is that when lady not that and the lady didn't say on your man, what it means and you what? So when you were saying this, no I dream way and I equipment of us or utri a far day wake at 2 I dream some can. And that simple question, you couldn't even say it. You said, sir. You said, sir, someone should prove you one video a chest will say when Ngege ada. It's like mebo. Like I just want to calm myself down and then try to understand or maybe decode how this thing came into your mind for you to say this. How did you do this? Senyampa, how did you even say? How did you even come by the story? How? You can't obanyima. Eden Obanyim by virtue of what? By virtue of the fact that Bema not that. By virtue of the fact that Bema Abomodi FS Edin so Ranimu. It is also unknown anymore, meaning so no nada. So what's what catch you be so unknown anymore, meaning say what you tools and pan another. It is one woman here, says one another, only lady nada. And you won't all kinds only lady nada. Says you a back door. Natina, what you need to understand is a back door, no, not many hole. And you, maybe the person and then Ngege. In FS, so 3 people. It was back door. But you all rush the bar, pretend to be NTB. But only say, in your own case, or say, Ngege Defaming and Ambwa. But only say, all through the equal, much defamation than Ngege, you know. Yes. Good near yeki. And near yeki. And ne. Oh, can't about defamation. Many never one man, I'm in pessimism room. Me, I said it, I'm in pessimism room. But when we must say, that's all kind of defamation. When we talk about defamation, do you know what defamation is? And I will refuse also what defaming again. What defame again? And I refi. What defame again? Because we are not talking about we are talking about say wo and onu akasa back door. Let's assume say what you are saying is true. Understand? Okay, one another mami ntum sa. But then only die na mo kan asem no back door no. What time asem no back door na any public no and the ban come nti. Me tie come hu e be to pompantre so ansa na me nya bi. Wonu asem we ma enye wona ade ma mi hu. Someone onu so nimu and the ma mi hu. Someone onimu and the ma mi hu. Enye wo Natina na ade wonu asem we ma mi. No. And you know, when you must say, the girl that defamed you years ago, and also defaming. Now, also refuse what the end defamation. Because you have so many back door and other bar public. A defamation. So now let the person more about public. When the lady was talking, I was the lady say, I own what is and at the end, the lady didn't mention your name. This is what Natina you had it wrong. She didn't mention your name. Say as ma make say me boa me dey manya peace maybe Ngege said different thing. Me you know dey mean NTV. Fine. For me I don't have any problem. But the remember no what the lady said, they say obi or you use the word obi and the man as your name. Or you use obi et up no so say onemada me so me no wada. This is what the lady said. Obi no Natina udi obi. But when you came out, you were mentioning her name. You were mentioning her name. What you were saying in your answer, when the lady not that one part, what the lady know, and now we say you prove one video, just a web you are not so lady not that. Me, in your opinion, be who say we deputy. If we go a short, we be a recording of the brain, a short. The meaning is at least maybe we are abroad. Why would you do this? And see, how did you even come by? Say, if indeed, how did you even come by this whole story? How did you cook them? How did you cook the story? How? And then come on, you are professional. You're professional, I'm telling you. Because if you blink of an eye, if you are able to cook this story there, then you are denying say one can say one another there, and I say you what that's one another. What it means that we are professional story writer, I'm telling you. Wow. Then that cause you advise him, but he didn't listen. Say, oh no, Shano, they be almost Shano, I go mudi. Yes, so me make Kasa, you want me free back. To make Kasa genuinely, no, me advise so genuinely. Somebody. Oh my God. Never. Interview kaka.
My book no baby say obi. Wow.
Never. Natina, on say even when Ngege no kwano was like oba I got that program no so okasa. Wouldn't say Ngege no kwano she didn't mention your name. Catch her or not, Natina. The lady, only lady, no sin lady, no, how can you be? I said, where you? And I told you yesterday, sir, the lady is applying maturity, and you are not. Ocean social media angle perspective. Meanwhile, the lady is applying maturity. Even a neck. So video where I'm she didn't even mention your name. She didn't mention your name. And then Oba want to money because what says no one mess up. That is why I didn't mention her name. What says no one mess up big time because all what the lady is saying, the numerous videos on moody from day one. But the next, what she say, and then I realize it no, we did go assemble. Until then, to akasa one bony dean straight. And then what me akasa one bony dean. And I will kasaya one money. Mike Tyson, I say, Goodman, did you go to law school? There you myself. I feel quite I'm best starting. My law school, I feel I'm best starting myself. Me starting. Natina, and then I walk kasa went to young lady in the anyway, remember a friend say, remember a man for them. Yeah, remember a man for them now. Ghana for Akasa. Anyway, but before then, Natina, also, you improve video. Maybe, I just want to prove a video to you.
Sometimes I'm too smart than you.
Ode Natina, one video we on. Eba. Natina, ode video one kasa tenase. Na one kasa assess yourself. Say, asema me kan ye no, aseche ne say. How did you cook the story? How did you cook the story? How did you come by it? Because we say a lady not defaming, that is why. And what defaming lady now swore? So when we talk about defamation, what defaming lady now swore? Now Natina, okasa nyina no. After defamation, you find after defamation, who is what start threatening lady in the family? Or you have no idea. Tina make us a media mean fool yourself. But no go say, Natina, say, that lady not defame maybe a chema. Issue way by now person taking honor, then you can say kakasa. But okasem no, what defame lady no? Two, what threatening lady no? What threatening lady na come? You lady don't want what threats one in because you are talking about someone or family or one man ketwa. What threats in the mark? What threats in the mark? Anonymous, in your video. Me see video and video ni enu pa me fire. I say, unse no na me ka say ma share video ni mienu. And I'm machining you and analyzing you, and I feel say, no, you are not applying something here. You are not applying something here. Now, hey, T. Say, Ubomoni Bio and Oka say, Mammy Ngege them Kuma, Ube Kuno. Apostle, some are going to dear, some are good deal with dear. Obi no one more marking on talk on social media, and I will be marking until I know me and I say, like maybe when you fight, or maybe you go be the master, maybe a mom scared, yeah, fine, fair enough. Maybe because we are so be no pesca. Abrabo Yebonia is about money. So if you're scared, yeah, I don't have any problem. But in your side, there are some things that you don't do it. Somehow go with dear. Somehow go with dear. So bit a collaborative. So catch them a one. I mean, psychologically, ever go through psychological trauma. O catch on my say, on my ocean. Oh, nim so your mammy on the internet say, when kumia mime kum. Quite apart from mammy name. What threats you call what just psychological trauma? And you don't have any idea of it. What Jacolano psychological trauma? Ain't me can't say me maybe Ngege na yebi. But one thing people should understand, say Ngege Natina Ngege to take you on. The magudi any there sa mosaic no. The awuye kai say would be obi there. Yes, or the be obi. But ma say ni panu fanu kokko, say ni panu enim ko to kwan. Yes. Today be ameka say obi atwantro atome so. Na enya no kwe. But the be a men take ni pakon on. But what do you be twantro to me so a? E be a na so ko twantro to say ni pakon so a. Me ma anya ni bibia, but onu de twantro to so pa obeteki you on. And in your court now, because oh, now no other who go try and talk to Goodman. So I'm assuming try to talk to the young friend who age me some court because Goodman air matured. Oh, nim court to crime. Timina Mikaya, it doesn't give you opportunity. Unya me spokesperson. Unya me PA. What you want to say? Unya me PA. It is a ne. So only lady named Naya. Natina say. Then I can confidently tell you that you are smart in case of maybe enjoy your smart because the way I said quickly to me a cookie this story. Let me see. The obit to social media, the obeka. The obit to social media, and I know that you will be. And I you will be. And no, the problem. That is my game, no. Me I understand. Me say the what I make. Me yeah, part 1, no. Me wunipa baby who came to my DM. And I good Ngege. And I know you be now way. And I know you way. And I know be sure be new in there. And I'm say, hey, see, me just have grown and I may analyze it. I've grown there be. The woman I can't show no. Natina did matem. See, Nkobona me do the. Natina did matem. Na so your ba. No me did you attempt na say we did matem. O you mobile bi or did attempt. No ko did attempt no see there be oba be did matem. E nguasema me intimate keep so oba ne on ed na kokota. Untu ko dira court nka say I o did matem say am so you did attempt no. A man o did you matem. O me nkola. And I mean, and as almost 2 years, no. I'm mature. I'm in court to point. Until you honey, but don't mean John Moody and so there be. Because some man on your mupi, some man on my your friends away. I'm going to court to be a man, someone that the mom, dear Samon, daddy. Or take you on, but you won't mean you so enthusiastic. But per social media games and some analysis somewhere in the look, a woman say, I ain't getting your baby, and then the other court. Yes, she has every right to go to court. She has every right to go to court because we are talking about someone who are threatening a life. No, no, life. She has every right to go to court. This is what I said. When kumi a mime kum. Meanwhile, the lady on jail baby and kaso be kum. And this is what I said. When kumi a mime kum. What it means is that me say psychologically, what the psychological trauma turn a muscle. Apart from lady, no, I am mature. No, what the psychological trauma turn a muscle. That's the problem. What they are turning muscle. And we all know that developed countries, they don't joke with children. Bad time or shaban. And what threatening mommy. It goes beyond mommy because they make home, they mo ne maso na internet so they will tell you say me say lawyers no one lawyer be any one ma o kan grow. Internet lawyer no betuya kan cho say nkola no omo kwa no hu sasem no social media omo ko school kwa ne if you okokom ko school afi bo answer be lawyer bi betuya mo obi advice say ma o man say fie for 1 week e mo ko school ye be use no aka case no they will tell you so threatening into no ne man to pie it go beyond it. There are some things beyond my mom and fun normal. I think
please, it's not true.
My network is something, is doing something anyway. Before some call no so.
And I'm here, and I'm in a slip pill. Oh, be a slip pill. And check round. Be no, when you begin a phone. No, so, can you ever hear me? Where you not surprised? Oh, my may bomb a cutia, and I feel remember many more now can look when you see what the Castle can live. Be your phone. And I mean, woman, if you remember now, if you remember, say, I only have a fan, say, you're quite here by it. For the bad 5 days today.
Natina, all these things happen at the back door. It didn't happen on the highways. It didn't happen on the internet. It was through a back door. If indeed what you are saying is true. Meaning, say, one guarantee, you show so away publicly. And I'll guarantee it's an interview now, or can I say? Meaning, say, as someone in command, private in command, that is privately. And you're private. That is, if indeed what you are saying is true. I'm not begrudging. I'm not saying that what you are saying is so true. But if indeed what you are saying is true, it happens privately. the difference between private matters and public matters. Just them not happen privately. Why do you have to bring it publicly? Why?
To cry. Over Atlantic to canal down, marry again. Some places are not about fortune chain. We have to attend. Me say, woman Ngege, so me prove shop for my wife. Go be a to womb. Enemy and Dămăges defamation. I will defame me my wife. I was a Ngege. I will ever fight to prove my innocence this time. What's up with the child? But my mother said, we a pig. And we a
Natina, are you trying to tell me at that time? This is where you have a problem. This is where the problem is. That moment whereby you were saying, sir, Ngege was defaming you. That time, didn't you in any way insult her back? Because I know you. If you are not one yet, anyway, I stand to correct it. But didn't you in any way, didn't you in any way insult her back? Didn't you in any way insult her back? That is a question. So if indeed you were able to reply her and insult her back with even abua or kwasiampa, that is also defamation. And that is also a defamation. It's your defamation that time. A defamation wife that time. So about them. And that time, no, Natina, can't we get a video whereby you were saying, say, you also edge me, if you are kwasia, if you are abua, that time and now, that is also a defamation. Or defame, and you defame her back that time. This is where you had it wrong. Let me set the record straight. I am Mijitum. And one Kasasem. Or defame, Zedi Wokan. I do understand. But ye nya video, and I ye nya sama that time. What can say and say, Ebia, your bad time, or your babua, or your bad, your first, also your Cassia. Ye nya video bisa. Whatever, ye nya bisa. Say if indeed you better be sad ya, and enough sad ya that time, or the family also the family back. So you don't have a case here. That time, defamation I will come with them. Also the family back. So can send be a fan who or say we if there's a ecofa, if there's a pants or we shop meboa. Okay, that is also a defamation. I understand. But also catch you say, based on what you said, Eko ya 10 years the man could go the other time not your warriors. Into automatically say Udi Ngege Tema automatically what did you atem? So that is also a defamation. Because this is where you had the whole thing wrong. That is also a defamation. Or do you attempt the attempt? Also, did attempt a dini kunatem. If you want money kundi, but automatically, once she was married at that time, what did you kunatem automatically? That is also a defamation. Obetu ya kasa ya no so kan bi, and a bobo ba ya me no ni kunja ye. Also, the ene kan bi because sabi ne enu wanya. And I really do attempt. Nka dinere nko attempt. O di ne attempt di ni kun attempt dia. And ye ne kun so et one man. Oba ma wayo. E den na ma obi be minyon ko be ma be do attempt automatically we di attempt. Nti dia sa dia no e ke kan hu bia na bia ne kun pali ku one man o so be ga. Nti nei si e ka Ngege awo first na wa yija ya na say e bia na oni ne kun ni ho bia ma. You are part of it. Obetu ni wa kan so we kan hu bi e na ne kun ja no. Because what did attempt paying? So you don't use that defamation here now. This is where you had the whole thing wrong. You don't use that down because that time okay be train. Ndi am say nya video and okay anu tum. Or did you attempt do you attempt nya okay anu okay so abodam nya aka anu tum. I know you say what okay me that time minimal dey. Maybe I used to be a chefo no na minimal that time. But I feel say because me that time if you are not me follow my case papa anyway. And say at that time no okay anu tum dey I stand to be corrected Mr. Odawuma. A chief for near before Mumwa. If you at that time okay anu tum I have no idea. But one come on to Mudia Natina and also it was a defamation at that time. Or the famous who defame in the back. So why now? You don't bring it back here. You don't bring it back here. Today. today, whatever it is that happened behind the closed doors and at the bad lamplight. When the lady was talking, into a video whereby lady can say Natina Ukotiswa. No. Or say obiti app no so say. Ubetumi any video whereby the lady was saying Natina me no wada. No. Or say obi eti app no so say onemada. Onemada me so nada. She didn't even mention your name. She didn't mention your name. But you were on social media each and every day mentioning her name. To that extent, say, as some call so back door, what you are back public. Because I just want people to understand that me come and say because of my game now we play. No. My men Ngege not on to me will. Can you prove that? How do you prove say I'm part lady no to me will be or a barren? For now. At the age now. Maybe someone want to get married to her. Maybe someone want to start a new life with her. Wouldn't someone block any chance of getting closer to her? Because who say on to me will be him? How do you prove this? How do you interpret this? With what? What is your reason of saying this? On to me will be him. For you to tell about say on to me will be him. Meaning said you have and I say only the doctor be and you come on first doctor force we are maybe a confidential. Now she will maybe go to a private doctor. No busano. What the infant say? I am passing to you. No busano. Doctor, I'm taking you on. You know why? Because meaning say what is between me and you air confidential. Your ethics no never wake home. Now there's someone on app. There's someone on social media saying something to me. How did that any partner come by that news or that fact? Natina, how do you prove this? How do you prove this? Now, Ngege not to me. How do you interpret this before the court? How do you prove this before the court? How? How are you going to prove this? How are you going to prove this? This media no kweni new. I'm just saying the bitter truth. Maybe in social media angle perspective. And I Ngege yewe zedi na anu ada obi beka Ngege yewe na anu ada and a good mo yewe bi enye hear me. We are talking about facts here. We are talking about facts here. We are talking about facts here. So how do you interpret this? My God, okay, no. I think come here, mistake you are. How do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Until I can't say, Momo, make a no interview away. Natina, also me boy, no master in na one way or the other. Sending personal fool, no master. But then the interview, and I'm person chewing because money a free social media and a court legal matters. That is why I'm person chewing so. This is your video. This is your master. How do you interpret this before the court? So on to me will be him. So you think say no any defamation on. You think say no you're normal. Can you prove to the court? Sampa, lady no on to me will be him. Okay, on to me will be him. We believe it. On never catch rail. And as I say in the city, I know how do you prove this? How? Because before the court of law, so take you in quarter. You need to prove without evidence. How do you interpret this? Say on to me will be him. Asemisi back door. What you back public? I catch a bony pakwa no ne mo kasa din say. Maame Ngege no ote wono on to me will be him. How do you interpret this? What is your evidence towards it? Until this is serious. Until I make us say, what take care no from baby? And the dear baby, and that is why I'm up to me boy that may yes I did. Me starting with part 1, part 2. I didn't do this. I'm coming nyempu. Because I'm in person, nyemi na me tutu mu edepi. Coming here. But baby I'm dear drew into and me yes no. I send me BM for you to understand what you have done. For you to know what you have done. Because there are some things ebe year in jira nya kakaben say oye bema. Say the lady no enam back door no kasa mu mpanyifo. You guys can settle this back door and stop. And let the one know say because and then okasa one man biase nya say only dada na muma bibia to ntwa then you move on also move on. What What you are panic or nipa. And what doesn't change your home of you. If you want peace for your family and padia. Yes, because you cannot interpret this. You cannot interpret this. Koi.
As for you saying, yeah, or your 2 for what, or 2 not to be.
Okay.
Over to your work, cannot have a crowd and a quadrant.
No, Jay. Over to me, and can you only a crowd way and a bar quadrant? No, Natina has to tea. Wama, you cannot interpret this because last time I made a video that me no interview no. No, not yet me part 1 and part 2. Someone was saying say on this akokwana ye kano ewo nkola mienu tini ewo nkola mienu. So you want to tell nkola no say no mo papa nti make say I don't know why you know it goes beyond Ngege. It goes beyond Ngege. O person say oni nkola no papa no oni omo ya papa ninse o ninsi ka hwe nkola no enye papa ne manya akokwa ne mane nkola no. So how do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Oni papa now o say obetumi awo a enkonye oni akokwa ne kotena. So what it means is that oni akokwa ne kotena say de be ya odi be bia akokwa ne uze ampa otumi wo na wakodi wo nchen na odi aba enti wo pese o che wiase nya ne court say enkola ne nye papa ne ma. So enkola ne hwan ma. Can you prove this before the court of law? Can you prove it? Me dey asembisa o odaruma onsem no na me chiom. Can you prove it before the court of law? Because you were talking about defamation, and I made sure defamation. Wo kasem what committee, and that's why I'm doing this. Because you made mention of defamation, that's why I'm doing this. And defamation at that time, years back now, wo kan ho asem also defaming the back, or defaming lady in the back. So if indeed, so that time on one court, on also one court, crime has no expiring date, no doubt about it. But yet, I know the number to me about home. But currently, what defaming a man, and defaming the friends and the man papa. It's in some Colana show video and no be interpreted with man Colana. One man Colana will go through psychological trauma. You know why? Because papa no moon is say yeah papa nino. Opposite show say no more papa ni be him. Omo ma me ko boy jama wa bontin and they be share papa no. Mama to me channel. What you say? So how do you interpret this before the court of law? Can you prove? Do you have an evidence to that effect? Asembisa media asembisa wadauma. Media any asembisa ngwa. Some mtiwa basasi. Hey, mshamadi. Natina, media any asembisa ngwa. Media any asembisa. This is defamation. This is idea what defaming actor in Ngege no. And I make sure say, what the end there? Baby, I want to call you. Enkola wom. And enkola no so. Enti make unya lawyer bi a me say me dey one way or the other. Me say lawyer bi a twantro. Asema lawyer o di wasem obeka sure say yentwo wenhyem. You have no idea. Because hey, lawyer partner say yes. Okwa abrocha e Ghana for mu nima asema make bebre. Obu on dasem koma lawyer ne chere say bi a wepra epra no kwanya serious obeka say trafie say be register kase insurance for bi a trafie be 1 month catch o mo say untumi kwa nante catch o say onum nso kwa enko omini. Yes nya bibia because so you so no the nyeska no the man na so chene the man no. Yes lawyer bi a twanto. It's a fact, and a fact of the whole thing is that once o twanto no I didn't see it and I say nsi car bo ampa can pemu and answer and pemu. Yes, also a payment and you know that's it is there. Can you interpret this? Papa now say onto you one. Papa so to what you name say on the rain I won't call him. And Colana will say and no more papa no. And Colan himself from the onset on papa yi. But the net what is social media say in getting to you over one no akokwana nkwankotra. Oni akokwa ikotra is wo mamienu. Interpretation in an say and you and Colano no more papa no money no. So why papa can you prove? Maybe I say Misa, maybe you have your proof, maybe you have your evidence. I rest my case. Yeah, to us.
And see what to take yourself in the court. You were dying. You are dying. Mommy, you're all over me. And then I'm professor expecting some media also later. Because how we trouble was here, say you trouble here. Mommy, the way you put it. Why is that why now?
Now listen. Natina, what the TikTok say, me say, because it's can you prove? Did she mention your name? Did she mention your name? She did not mention your name. She did not mention your name. Where was it? You know, the student lawyer came on. I got us like telling Natina to back off because it's a serious media. So media, as a Muslim, maybe so. Natina, did she mention your name? Where's it? Defamation case has time limit. Ngege is not Natina legal limitation is over. Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks for the education. For that one, I don't know. Serious, for that one, I don't know. So if indeed it's defamation has limitation there for that one, because but anyway, thanks so much for the education. But I think I'll have time and search for it and see if I'll have time to search for that. It's Obapa Mika. Oh, cancer. Anyway, but we made it a father of Obapa, my show and match. Okay. Anyway, Natina, T. O see, Ngege to TikTok say, "Oh, got it so I need provoke you." Can you prove with a video whereby she was mentioning your name, saying "Sir Okotiswa"? Can you prove that? Can you? That would be very difficult. Me the name so what trying to talk about in here, but the name say or say Obi or you see the word Obi as your name. Obi no, obetuya kase ekubi Obi a enye wa. Ampaso nyon kwa nipa what's social media so on another pain. Nyon kwa ne blogger what's social media say Ngege Obi another pain. It is okaso Obi at social media so on another so another. It doesn't mean so refer to you. That is one thing you need to have it here. It doesn't mean that or refer to you. Okay? It doesn't mean so refer to you. With much respect. Oh my God. So, engineer pon me number 2 nchine me dey no aka me se me fuori asem no me dey questions are na me busa questions na Natina I ask me so other woman. She didn't mention your name. She didn't use your name. Not even say Natina mpo when you see the word Natina. She didn't. But you're on the app. Ngege, oh mami Ngege, what you mami Ngege, what's happening? Meanwhile, when the lady name Kasabiana, or you so Obi, but what the bodin. And I'm catching the lady is applying maturity whilst you are not.
Ever ya all said me frel. No the phones, maybe phone so me phone and record you be I do have a person record you. And I remember me back to a country say, never me say when me da. Now me say you should agenda with you. Mommy, you know I just want you to go and I'll put all this to social media so people know how devil.
Natina, meba. If you want someone to go, if you want someone to live your life. Now, with what you said today, any asama kan ohano, was a contradiction abemu. So asama kan ohano just said, you just wanted the woman to live your life. Then, it's woman obani be trying to say, or my miss one in there that I've done because what you said today, this afternoon, it says only lady in die. But woman on the first oba ebe trying to say, or my miss say one in there that. And now listen, can my prove the reason why you can't say udi lady no abra undi in that? Can your wife prove this before the court of law as a misa other woman? As a misa. Can your wife prove it? What's your wife? I can't say me you. I say me you. And you know, now this is another defamation here because Uma Obaka say Ngege say, or my say, one made that. Meanwhile, Ngege soon say, me no that. And then now wife it will be no say me that. Now, any sadia, you go court here, you go many massive for a colano po. To even come and tell me say, O maame se me ni papa da. How? Natina, how? Today them see. Can your wife prove with an evidence say ampa? Only me kunda and untina me ma me ba me catch me ba so me cancel. Can your wife prove it without evidence? I say Mr. Media Wadaruma. I say Mr. Wadaruma. Any demon of that circumstance. I say Mr. Media. I'm here, sir. Me be when you are near me be home. On a mission. Empower, I know some pound. We are all human. You need to be a mistake. In be when you are near me be home. It's a matter of say, more penny for more ferry. It's a matter of setting the whole thing back door and keep mute on this matter. Social media will be any over Marcos and Natina lose 100%, maybe more $1 million, £1 million. It be your say the bear, you get your peace. Cause your video no say coco video no quarter. And some be video ni ma when we are someone ebetutu and a lawyer unya lawyer be antimo dia obetutu video nim keten so bo de be bo no ye mehyewo so bo a o de be bo no ye ene den na mutumi bo akola no kwa wom den na see fie ma akola no kwa che se o first we obi edi me papa and for that matter tunya akukuduro ma oba no e ka asasem no. How old was even your child? And I said, how old is even the child? I call an if he saying, eh, ma, the phone man is on cats asem. So I call an if he saying, being in the country now, what's so known? So I call an if he saying, ma, the phone man is on cats asem. If he saying, in Japan, so Mabus, I said, at Sheben, at the church, I call and Japan, are the man who fee. Eh, ma, the phone man is on conscience, say, me, ma, me say, oh, me, papa. At Sheben now the chair colano, oh fee. A clan fee say, when your lawyer will to tune some say ya. Some about Midi, I'm just doing mayo. No queen in you. Abraham, Goodman, you are hired to my company. Hey, serious? I am a child psychologist. So I have already involved 2 different institutions and sent them a couple of Natina's video. Munya would say na Bibiana Munya would say in Duho. What I say? 2 videos to them. No, Munya would say because medical can say social media no. Sanya ma we nyina no viewers no and ma Natina. I say when you would say viewers no and some bloggers you. And no more when you would say do pempe to Munya would say the Munya would say. The we are so be to be a mistake. But I'm here say maybe Natina na dream in a way. Say the bear at least obetuya who come over fast over Saturday no. Na free ho. On the channel. Because me come in some ya me we nchimu na me chim na me bisa questions. Wadaruma. Me questions na me bisa. Boni bi anim. Semo boni bi anim questions na me bisa wadaruma. Enti Natina lawyer bi bebusa o say Akola no nem fie saying. That is number 1. Miss Lovia, was it Goodman stop that? Hey, Lovia, the ain't mean stop it. And I minjai video no more. Oh, me, I'm not doing the video because of their game. I'm doing the video because I say me Natina na sem. I love Mami Ngege as well, you know. I'm cool with them. And for that matter, I need to open up. Even if I'm not cool with them, I'll do this. Kebian come inside you come here na chassis no for omunya to open up their minds. On the maturity, you know to me baby I say me stop no. On the maturity, me dey until no America say me some America Natina me man nhwe no first way social media go on the side. O dey on trans as Natina. No dey on share video no on tie me some America. No who baby am free ba. I say don't plead for him. We will take him on. Nyabotre, Miss Lovia Munyabotre. Boninim. We are all human, you know. We all make mistakes, but to understand. And today, Nyabotre. On the mention, Nyabotre. Natina, until I make us say, 2 videos. What you said this afternoon. And on the man, me far away, and me yes, you. What you because me say, I'm not done it. I divert it to a different way. On the mention, I believe say, yeah, it's when you bang on tem. It's when you bang on tem. When you must say, o say, o ma oba, e catch Ngege say, o ma me enene da, e agenda now use on her. Now person few abrabum. Good. Eye sadia na your agenda na your ntro dia. Eye den na involve akola no wom. Akola no fi yesen. Your friend say oba say ko katse ko twa ntro katse ne say oni mi opapada. Nti onyae e da oni da. No. So how on earth and our wife between abomodin proven wrong or court of law over this? I want someone to live my life. Must you defame that person before? Must you cook a story on that person before? No. Must you use Obano? So we can't ask him, we can't see we are sure Obano no so catch them because me person film a boom. Once you are matured enough, or you are not matured. Once you are matured enough, you have a sound mind. And I'm saying I don't get it. Anyway, maybe your questions what are rumor.
What be go be fear should be home and to when you what be go I'm oban and the pine. I mean yes or prepare me because oban themselves only clear evidence. I wait in their fight to the wisdom and oban uses of person who say nikun ham nikun abuse ben nikun twempna.
Good. Abuse ben nikun twempna. Natina nti unu wana na twempna. O see. So only Ngege ne ntwempna da. Na one ne ntwempna de a. Nti meaning say asema o ka kire akwala ne se on kan was in trouble. Ana me boa. Ka kire akwala so on twantro. Anyway, into us.
What you who way now? And the OT and so to record your bang. What did I back to another temple for? So I recorded another wife. Some of the wife said. And I mean, see,
Natina, do you have an evidence to effect say or bo action call for? Why no one will watch them? What's your number door in your social media privately? So what it means is that you need to have a video. You need to have the recorded voice now or watch your amount for no. If that's what I say, yes. You need to have it. You got one. Say nyam pa means what lady no fin. What you trying so it's a form of defamation as well. Also on back door audio chenko for recording chenko for so I record also account. So you need to have the recording. But man phone. You need to have it. That is if indeed you want to defend yourself. You need to have this recording. Say ni pako go watch and when to provide a recording or how. Say ni pako to provide a recording or how. So Mr. Wada, unim se omo be catch us o recording share me wa recording no Mr. catch omo so omo ma sa recording no catch omo so omo fa ma. People can lie. Maybe someone who wants to solve a problem doesn't even know how to go about it. And for that matter, for you to stop what you are doing, the disgrace and everything, no. Maybe some department use of Natina. Only say as animal will come sell. The one is in Ngege, why you call you? Ngege call you no yin into no mess munjai. Meanwhile, if you understand the panan kasa dream, no use that too. But it's not a fact. If you don't get and record it, the uncle one channel. But if you no person or solve the problem between you guys, and for that matter, he needs to use some strategy and some tactics be. On the mention, say the be a come on down. I say be put some fear in you. That person doesn't make it a fact. This is what you need to understand. Unless a third person now will provide you with that evidence to you, it doesn't make it a fact. Yes. And look you dance or pan over court or pan over because on can and I said, oh, everyone can be answering. No, I wanted to solve the problem. And that is why I said that. I said that we're out of way, no, with no evidence. Because meaning again and can be able to answer. And you know, that person now will come once and say, or the number done. You need to get that audio to defend yourself. You need to get the audio. When you want say, even sir, recording now all can one kasakwa untibi, one kasakwa unhubi. One must say which say bi and I won't TV. No mum obi na can say Ngege record away, Ngege record and now what to say? I tell some what to say. Ngege airbo audio say am for abonten. And we have to say. Say ya tisem there any other room. If you to the man say go and get the voice. Then go and get the voice to yourself. Go and get the voice to yourself. Okay, into us.
I'm fair a person who record the recorder.
More
Who watches what now? Now me there who your bar come out and you are the number on, bring them out to light. Then me expose you big time to the whole world. Then you know how home breaker you are. We a home breaker, we a dead.
Was there near man or the num back door? But who do the no and front door? Who do the public? Well, no, didn't come. Not there privately behind the scenes. But what do what play at the way? Fan say, Natina, the lady thought about it, sir. Daddy, you are matured. You have your family. You have a wife. You have your kids. And so, Bibia Koso one in Temguano or the Bible on Tia. It's not a disgrace to you alone. It's a disgrace to your wife's family, and your children. So it was privately, it was behind the scene. But you being the man, who what for something behind the scene, and you do public. And who you are calling her, say, or your devil, or your homebreaker. How does she become a homebreaker? Can you interpret this before the court of law? Someone who is a homebreaker, or your day, or the day never trouble on thing. Social media so there no waka just a homebreaker. Oba ofie be ye den ono ane bae ana una atwe ba ofie e den na wife ni no wan anim no una ade koi ana hwan ana na dwo ho no ma na opobebora am fie sem pese mu ye free na me do ukuru kotika. You know, how do you interpret the homebreaker before the court of law? How do you interpret the homebreaker? Until I make sure say e bia na lady no bia ba na akwem. Ebi no obi born in prunso opese obe ware no, but who obetua ka say woman say ni pakọ no akọ because what can say oye homebreaker. How does she become a homebreaker? How did she become a homebreaker? How did she become a homebreaker? And na onze na me ka say me say wo say ye ka so be a homebreaker. E ye wo mom na ye homebreaker yourself. Because idea me from all kasem no one o can Ngege ho asempa o de ma me fan. Let's assume say lady no na ne etwempna. Let's assume that woman o yi hu say lady no eye na kuma enti o can lady no was Ngege no asempa de kire we ana o can negative thing e de kire Ngege about we e kire Ngege. Yes, until you are the homebreaker yourself. The woman, the Ngege girl here, no, it's not the homebreaker. She is not the evil. You were the evil one, and I can't even evil deeds in him. You were your own evil in your own family. You were your own evil in your own home, and I can't even wear him. Because before God a man, me the minimal how but I feel say Ngege no require din kuma e true you e ye wo na ama on ori din kuma e ye true you no di hu we. And on any din come. So on the go of so that Waba fie kwa pen, I'm on in a sequada. Hey, true you. And who is the devil here? So you invited her over. And I'm saying, Ngege recorded here. And I'm repeating myself. Ngege recorded here. You gave her the way. You paved the way for her. You gave her the room to record your wife. You know why? Because some of what can't say Ngege about your wife. The negative things. When your wife was also seeing Ngege say, what can't your wife say? Ngege ni kumapa or your papa or bibia come and bibia ni oh nene o kene kasako upon bianim. So your wife saw Ngege because of what can't your wife no. So she saw Ngege say ono hono ne your first baby obetui arrested. Baby obetui can ask them. Baby obetui free itself. So you gave your wife the room to go to Ngege. And you gave Ngege the room to record your wife. This is so simple. This is so simple. You gave your wife the room to go to Ngege for anything, any solution. That is number one. And you gave Ngege the room, the permission to record your wife. Because Ngege nim you through onim wife through you. And what kind of wife no negativity dia che Ngege no. It is a wife eba besu. No be kan sama. Oye denya na Ngege ni benya sympathy dia ma wo Natina no. And for that matter, what if I say, and Casamaba, only orientam crown, Negidia, and Ngege no fee, and you all cadia. And none say, and no more sooner or the whom a wife in tea, or Jaja some pie, they are no default, but at least obey soft, all side the cacra. Say the bay or barns will come down at the ye. So Ngege will go to your side, moon, than a wife, because I'm also the whom wife. Second, I'm wife or so, and or the whom Natina. And I can some soon in Tema, and Ngege will defend wife because now no so be who into any part. We are the Diana once, and none be soon at the who, and I say, and no more be soon at the who, yet Diana, the soft spot, ever walk that side. It is sanity. You gave them because Ngege no once or buy ya or record the same phone must say ampa or buy or record it or record it because of the what can't follow you watch them. When must have said your kind of say, I become away some show. Yes, one positive side about Ray and say Ngege. What kind negativity about Ray and I say Ngege because now open to Oka Shen or say Ray Shen. And when we this soon buy, and bears now me call me Natina can we ask me. And then over can we in a sadia miracle coordinator. No, my cousin, hey, we not can wait your head and the Oka. Yes. So you gave Ngege the room to record your wife. That is if indeed a ampa. You gave her the room to record your wife. And now what can say or you say, oh Ngege the kuma kuma papa the only about there so on it. And to whom to inviting if you don't need a yes, because one Maria who said or you walk unyaba into the honor or to me a whole armrest. And to raise on your problem and others all family. But who put chair and say Ngege the armrest. And to bet to me a call. So you gave your wife the room to go to Ngege to complain to her. Yes.
Tian said, me, Mammy Ngege, my block every day, I will be a one thing.
Shadio. Even when she knew, sir, almost friend because of Natina. She decided not to even utter a dino called Natina. Because I got a Casano. I got that born Natina this straight. But she been in Ngege no all Casa all kind. She didn't even mention the name Natina. I don't know you two lady there for anyway. Okay, young guy.
My broken baby. Say obi and Ngege no see me my best friend is say Uncle Paul be at your money. If I come and recording if I'm met to what can no less possible. Because maybe I could have sent me pop party. I'm not telling you no good. Yet the other one here. I bet not come to me.
Mama la ko le so.
What the fuck is you? I'm and I obey other to not come to me say. One in the other.
Okay.
And I bet so much you say. Me you were here.
Good.
And not here. And the company need that.
Good.
And you in a higher that. Me call you here. And I need to tell one thing. Was it on the na accommodate ya ko so back door. Na accommodate ya ko so back door. Ya the public.
Dabi.
Aha. Empty. So we bet na public. And the customer. Me the bet you wa ko pin so we be train.
Okay.
And I said get me a someone come here. We be come and no happy so.
This is the threatening part. This is the threatening part. This is the threatening part.
Okay.
Address. And collect money. And I was because they give legal advice.
Good.
So I'm a common lawyer.
Okay.
And to be lawyer, I can't tell me no. And the people person me from.
Good. Okay.
Na okaya kwa say o sheda frame me e interview me. E be to me ho. Na obi kusa ne say na only that say ah. Yes, I say only about the 50 or the 60. Na mama ka tie me o. E kan get to be.
Daddy, Kelly ba kwa
Get to be.
Daddy.
Echa eti suo yetiti biem. Echa ya lefuo yetiti biem.
Daddy.
Tensi ya hunu mu yie. Na so so be di timua. Na si ya hunu mu ya. Na si ma fa ko du ma di timua. Ya complain ana. Usi eya agro e na udi ana betra ho. E na me sister ni Ngege me sister. Abrantie. Benya mo festo, send your back now the gas and Mrs. Tanolo. So Paul, me am sexy tonton. Me am sexy tonton. Because we want to name your singing and what we say. And mammy dread be on Cassa. Yes, mammy dread be on
Okay.
But I think that's to move on with your life.
Rostoto.
Then what it means is that Ngege, like what I was saying earlier on, she has been advised by some people or maybe by someone like Unim Emra. Natina, okay, it's not on your interview, but I said something yesterday, sir. The woman is applying maturity. What Natina is looking up to, and ranting. And the woman is applying maturity. Or Kabiana, or even time or Kase, I say, Brand TV, or so you see the way I say, yes, Obite up, no, so on she didn't even mention your name. I don't know, say maybe from the onset, you know. Someone who named them 24, I don't know, or maybe they were setting trap for Natina and see them catches okay, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
The gang community, me person be kasa bebre. There be a person who can say, "On pacho," and you have confirmed. Okay. And one
Even got to say, how did he even track of number of sexes number of times? I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, what do you?
May you grow up the free so your person will go too deep. Because of the legal symbol, so your person grows up to ever go too deep. To me, I'm a free so. Hello, also.
Okay, good.
May you grow up to Casayeti. Hey, Apostle.
Mo. So after Ngege said her own, then Natina came. Now listen to Natina.
Hey, why Apostle? Okay, Apostle Swaba.
The whole story,
Okay. Mo tie osi opani po ba ko pawde na no asem beba Natina eni wono asem ni meba.
Some places some na ba so chen me nyam to akino me say wo ma mi Ngege so me prove shop for me wife ko wi apie to wom enemy e da mama ba defamation our defaming me the wife e was asusuma mi Ngege I will ever fight to prove my innocence this time.
Okay.
Okay. But me say we a pig. and we are devil, and we are cheerful. And mommy, they give me a seat when you see me. Make the two to where you don't want to go. I will take you there. Baby, I'm just overcome. Matisse, Commando, I respect you so much.
Natina,
Commando, I respect
what
you so much.
me prove natural because I hand here, what can I say? Oh, penny pabaku. Oh, or the video beba, what can I say? Uningegada, what are my tea?
Don't allow yourself for this evil woman to use you. Mami Ngege what you want? On to remove him. So Mami Ngege be catch am say, on let me go to Sibu, Efenyin ya or your two for what? Or to remove him.
Mo. It is a Mami Ngege so anyama, obwa. On to me remove him. It's your name man Efenyin say the anti so anyama, enya no kwe. Meaning say one another. Meaning say one another. Meaning say you confirmed. Catch any papa say man in this Ngege enyem. Go to me who be him. Me na kaze karaka say man in this Ngege so anyem because me ne nai da. Nti onyim bia because e ba ne be ma me no da. And first me dem spam gu mu na wo konyem. Ba me no na ya obeda anyem. Ti na me fi say kasa na abeka ba wo say e man in di because on to me who be him. Nti onyim bia so be kasa onyem man in di on to me who. Meaning say you say on what ya na say nyewa but what another sanity it's way say una kan the video the minute you prove amount you say one no other yeah mama ko ani nto aso
To improve one. Next one we can deep. I am the whole blog this and a Christian and
no for me Damu game ni bi so me twist one more asem apostle and I can't do that. I can't do that. Man twist one more asem. You said it. You gave me an idea, fair idea, so only lady nada. Okay. You gave me an idea, so only nada. And you said it point blank. One fancy without missing words. Until one seminar can deep, no way, I'm go deep. One seminar can go deep. Uncle deep.
Apostle.
This is where I think that Natina, you had the whole thing wrong. Also, Ngege beji tumu say till. Now if you say keso can say Ngege be can say me apostle on mother. But also obeji tumu say eh then obeji tumu because you said it. Till o say Ngege beji tumu say and I san kwachi kakra me ba. Me be say I start one more sem on. Ye Ngege wada uruma.
If I come recording me from the 12 or 10 no less possible. Because we live and they put on some cocoa patch. I'm not telling you, no good. Yet the other one come here, and that's not coming to move.
Mama love the soap.
And I'll be other to not come here, move say. One in the other.
Okay.
And I'll be so much say, when you were genius.
Good.
And not there, and the company any that.
Good.
So, Apostle, what says he so? What Ngege said, or say, Obi betina up no so na kan. You know, see on Jilly Pakwachi because on na ekadia and nipa mi neda. It's in Apostle also buy no. Obi confirm to so say, eye maami Ngege na ebe ji tu mu say. Eye de no beji tum. Na mfi say ka be kan say, ono anka say na kwotena social media kan say, oni Apostle ada. But also obeji tum whereby you said it before. Without you saying it, someone will not admit or dismiss it. You need to say, you okay, and son for someone to admit. At the end, you won't get someone to dismiss it or admit it. No.
tia bonting. Was it on na ekomode tia koko so back door. Na nka ekomode tia koko so back door. Yeah, the public.
Daddy.
Aha. Empty. So we met the public. And the custody. May you bet you want to come stop the movement.
Okay.
And that's it. Get me a someone come here. We will come and will agree so. Listen, you get out here.
Okay.
Let me see address. Correct with me. And I wasn't because they give legal advice.
Good.
So, and I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
And we have a lawyer, I can't tell me. And the people of the fanfare.
Good.
So what you're saying?
Good.
And I am your person, my personal things. I don't want to say it on public. So the people can send the person of them. May I live for? May I live for? And I buy revenge because.
Okay.
Now, okay, can say, or say that framing, and interview me. And I put you on the home. Now, people say, now, only that say, yes, was it only about the 50 or the 50? Now, I'm about to you. And I can't get to be.
Daddy. Can you back what you need?
Get to be.
Daddy.
And Jack 18 so get to be. And tell you, I left for get to be.
Daddy.
And see, I am who I am who we are. Now, those who made it to one. Now, see who we are. Now, see my father who might do one. You're complaining now. You see, I grow and I will be another trouble. And I miss Sister Mammy, get your sister. I'm right here. When you're sister, send your back now, the guys have Mrs. Tanolo. So, Paul, me am sexy tonto. Me am sexy tonto. Because we want to claim your singing, I'm going to be on say. And mommy, tell them be on Casa. Yes, mommy, tell them be on Moody.
Okay.
But I think that's the way to be moving on with your life.
Rostoto. Ngege tie. Rostoto tie. Legal team niti. Me person be kasa bebre. Ye dey person o kan ne say on pa chow and you have confirmed. Okay. And one no. And you first of all. But you close up the free so. Your person will go too deep. Because of the legal symbol, so your person goes go too deep. To me, I'm a free so. Hello, also. Now you close up to Casa Yeti. Hey, Apostle! Hey, Asamai! Jai! Why, Apostle? Okay, Apostle Swaba.
Mr. Holmes said the whole story, no? Me panipa bakope a wodi manu osem bebasa Natina si oni mami Ngege ada obi antumi prove am na so am chemical deep I am the whole bloggers and a Christian and the trouble too.
Apostle
mami Ngege ba kitu mo say marino
Apostle
neba
okay
me via na fedi obeka dia ma ko doze
yo
kasa kama say problem no be fair me yes, but I am sure they were on one of the two say, Wabini, Messumarino. My part, and I'm on one of the job on Tibet tests and your grandma. You saw me new Markham and the new pa, while recording the wife for me, or the recordings never brain. And I'm a demon pie. Maybe many bad point like can say me go to him. Then the person can go to me, they don't feel me. And I say, Mammy, getting a pass twice. No, so Sammy, you capture the good line, and go see those you capture.
I can't say another friend. Somebody did get for myself.
Yes. And I'm saying, come on, come at you. And also, my best account cabin, and you also cabin. And I'm saying, come on, we don't need your mammy cabin. Oh, can't you? And now,
it's you.
I want to say, Mammy, get a new for. Your deal with the form and nation, which is Mammy getting new element nation. And I'm big up on team. So, men are telling me I'm battle, and I'm saying, no, when battle to get battle, your madam. And no musuo. And you remember said Natina patcho, come patcho, and come in Natina, make come on. No one can say patcho. I know the trouble that they want to paint me. Now I can tell you. And I'm going to say so they go to the court or they go court. Why they can't show people come for chroma face? Why the big job when this will be a climate, a courier goes, makes me take that legal action.
Natina, Meba, okay, we know. Now I needed to do a quick research. Defamation suit, it has a limit. And the limit is within 1 year. After that, you cannot file defamation against someone. I don't know, say, if Sassen they do 1 year there, I stand to correct it. But in any jurisdiction, and as a judiciary way, no, the word defamation suit, no, within a space of 1 year, after 1 year, no, there's nothing like defamation. You cannot file a defamation suit against someone again after 1 year. So defamation, it has a limit. On the program, someone said it has limitation. So now I need to do a research quickly and find out, because okay, assassin we are. So why the car say, why the car say miracle we are there? Fine, a defamation, understand. Why the car say my about them a defamation, understand. But the limit, another day, say, can take it. Ngege on, it was awesome. A come. President Chiozi is almost 5 years. Okay. So what it means is that you don't have a case here. You don't have defamation suit here. You cannot use that as defamation. No. A come. The limitation, that time now you need to file or need to go to court. No, a come. Yes. Maybe what I say, maybe some can't wait or now bit here, and also a lawyer with you. I just find out and I make cancel. Defamation, it has a limitation. And limitation of filing a defamation suit against someone within 1 year. Within 1 year. So me do a terminate. And what so over time I went to file defamation 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. After 1 year, unto me use to asoma me kan ye no and then enkasa me defamation to the make court after 1 year. No. Yensum. Ebansa only case. So defamation suit, it has a limitation. And the limitation is within 1 year. Media, no way I make a social media deal, but this is the bitter truth that I'm telling you. It has a limitation, and the limitation is 1 year. Within 1 year, and I want to file it. So as some no, while shall cut him now, while shall date, not say a chema, and I brought 1 year, you don't have a case here. Otaruma, I'm being real to you anyway. Yanko.
I'm just waiting for it. That's all. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not going to intimidate. I'm blackmailing from the one till now. Nobody can blackmail me. You see me down. So be also legal action behind from there.
Apostle,
you have no right to just sit down and punish Obi and then never. Oh man, you don't go to YouTube. Not for him, I need to get someone and go for what you can wrong pictures. I got to tell someone about what I'm measuring. Obiba see Obiba, they see me try this kind of legal action. Now I'm sure to know for tsunami to indicate home. I'm Obiba was at Natina. The mommy can give a class of my brother on me more than that. And no more tea than no shoe. So my cocotte. Wow.
Mo. Natina, that time when you said this, That time when you said this. Time oka so about down kokwansani at the end. That time now one coin so be tiki maame no on. You didn't. So I came. So I say no, you don't have a case to back up your claim at a court of law. No. Who be for? What do you know call the for? For. So I can't be for within 1 year. You swear no. Yes, I'll be for. I'm being real to you. Be for. It has a limitation. And limitation within 1 year. After 1 year, you can't. And quite apart from that, I think that before you guys about together as a kuambe for me no. I think that there was an apology. I think that Sana Ngege so Obiya they no or panipa culture yeah. So I think there was an apology. Anyway, I don't know. I stand to correct it, but I feel that there will be an apology. Either say open the chow and also power chow and Sana Mubabe one say to form a group called NNN. Yes, I can move from that group. Because man pam ho chow and the social media ma grow no obi ade ne no ochira opane chow o ze ne menen ye free ochira no masa akon no ochira masa be pa chow on the ma grow ne back and forth I say chameleon agro di no mo than say ah you know I believe say before you guys came together no, there was an apology. Either you apologize to her or she apologized to you. So you don't have a case here. You cannot use that as a yardstick. Game na mu play there, fine for that one, no problem. You can use that. Blogger, other bloggers, other viewers, almost time, the odor, for that one. But the band remember somebody could jam me anymore. You don't have a case. That time it come. The limitation is over. The limitation is over. Obayima for me, so say, Ngege, where Ashmu, Obayima for say, yes, there was apology. Okay, God bless you for, confirmation. She apologized to him, and he accepted. Oh, okay, he accepted it. Okay. I say Ngege apologized to Natina. Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks so much for your friends confirmation. Hey, where? Oh, sir. Sani de Rama Sifa. I am Mobroni Bedi the number na Empacha no Rama. Mobroni Bedi the number na no. Anna, okay. Yes, UK law, the defamation is up to 1 year. Okay. Oh, sir. Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks so much. I think sir. Yes, okay. Anyway, thanks so much, sir. More to me. I confirm me with mommy. Okay, Natina. Pearl will say, Natina even said she has apologized to him and that he has forgiven her. Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks so much for the confirmation. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Natina. It meaning what you said, we said for you, and at that time, I said maybe out of anger. Maybe you were saying it out of anger. Because like I said, almost say me see me kumobi. Almost say me see me kumobi. Why am see me kum? You said it in the video, and I'm improving to yourself. Ngege, I'll force you to take you to where you don't want to go. So when kumia, me kum. Yes, that's what you said. It's a threat. I'll force you to take you to where you don't want to go. Maybe on person be who's here, on person be kwasamado. And she send back to one man. Now it's a threat. And then our person say over force mommy to go where she doesn't want to go. Maybe that time you said all these things out of anger. And the best thing to do is to admit the whole thing. Maybe get people be no more solve a problem back door. Simple. But don't try so the cassette one cut. The video is there. And a video, maybe your page, you can delete it from your page. But video, make your page, I'm who you. A screen recording of people, screen recording blame you. So, accept the fact that I don't know it's out there. So obi wo. You said this as I'm making. This is a language that you said. Hey, mami Ngege, wo me say me del. So one coming up so I me kum. In a plain language. I'll force you, I'll force you to go where you don't want to go. It's in the plain language. This is what you said. This anyway, me quoting. No, I'm quoting your words, exact words how you swear. I'll force you to go to where you don't want to go. Where do you want to force her to go? Brown name some person of a call. Fine. A guy, and a toilet so, and a bedroom, and if he. A threat. A threat. You need to accept this. But then you are out there telling people, say, almost say, meaning it's own kind. It will be near castle and no. You were mentioning her name. And say, when the lady is talking, but what the old can open it, this is what the problem is. Say can say, oh mommy, make sure say I'll force you to and no any case, any case. But you were mentioning her name. Whereby I no pan or no kasa, or mowudi or say obi, or you saw obi, a branchiano, and mowudi, but you were constantly continuously mentioning her name. This is what the problem is. Me can crash the moon, I will advise you, Majahoko. Go some in Pediasa. Who could you call back and forth? Who could spend £1 kwana? Me, and Fabia, mammy, and Freddie and the table, so means I'll be too champagne. But I will tell you the thing, the good advice I need to give to a brother. The good advice I need to give to someone I'm refused to obey me, I will do that. For you to sit down and share the social media angle perspective. You said it, but here, you are denying it. That video was so into the contradictions room. Even at the court of law, they will pick this your voice and add it to a offensive way, near whom difference womb. Why are you denying it at the same or what deny at the end? This is serious. And at that time, you aren't on yourself. Young father, sir. And you want me at this why we are this catch a lawyer said on social media mentally you are not sound. Yeah. No much trash. We said a funny face, you know, and maybe on one the lawyer started to show him say so called down because that's how we could jail. For you not to go to jail, you say mentally you are not sound. You trust him. And Pano got down Kafukaka. Now, and this is for a channel near a drove you are a drove a baby Fesabia. About down for a drove, and about down for a drove, maybe para, a sabo down for near the man one, yet almost I'm passing the tear. This is how it is. Yes, I want here. Oh, see, obviously, about that one here about one cousin ever confirm what damn. Yes, sir, you go to jail. Monsieur, be funny face, you know. Yes, sir, funny face, obey jail. So the lawyers need to sit down and think, have everything said. I didn't know we cannot defend. It's Yamra, Watumra. And in a Sadia, young Kansham say, oh yes, I didn't because not doing your Juma. And the Banasa, Judge Biano ever considered that say, okay, he wasn't on herself, on his sound mind, not doing your Juma. And you're also not doing your Juma the Empire. Young question I dream. And if I see a psychiatric hospital, and from this funny face got out. Now is a funny face on the court and I dream and Juma. Nay, Juma. But he needs to also admit to, and I say he needs to do what the lawyers are saying. So and so pretend lawyers and I doing yet man for yes. Needs to be jail. Assuming any. Natina, one way I would and maybe a joke ask my brother. One way I same we are working. I just say lawyers offer sending me a I said a lawyer catch us any bra pretend. As if at that time you went on yourself, maybe marital issues, marital pressure, you were not a psychiatric hospital be near do call any lawyers between nurses for Nakasa. Okay, I'm not telling you, one way out there was on my mom down for I'm telling you, I'm not telling you, I'm control. I'm not telling you, name everyone, to me, lawyer, to me, doctor, and nurse, you know, and Koyakulubia, and just be a call down for Brosa. I'm telling you. I'm being raw to you, but why which our fun is here, but no craning here. No cran any. This is the bitter truth. Because in same name, a contradictions room. So I did about you when I was saying this, maybe a marital issues in now my dream the hall, now my dream crying juma. When they mention hey, they will consider Yes, Sadia, as a sound, grown, matured man like you, okay, we emra. What would deny saying you're not kind? So, okay, we now, oh, you're wine, and then they are okay, is not your wine. This is something that is serious. This is something that is serious. Sit down. I say, don't look at social media game. No. Sit down yourself. Listen to what I'm telling you. If indeed one pennyphobia, go to them. Let them settle the whole thing amicably. A back door, a twin chat. You move on, she moves on. Let me be a torture. If indeed you need to apologize to her, apologize to her. Apologize to her. And let bygone be bygone. Simple. Now, say, I was a man for because many people ask me and Natina. There be that time when you are the court, who could Cheska or court, and I say, who could follow lawyer, Obian, you almost social media, I'm say Natina can, on the bomb, so Obian, you know, hobby. A bomb, about social media, mother. To do much. Now, they will be catchy, and so be catchy. I'm Mrs. Wadama, when you go to your £1 call away one. Uka, utu pacho. Instead of you paying a dime, you can use that dime, £1, to build your home, to buy things for your kids. Look at social media. I'm telling you, you need to admit, you need to submit yourself. You need to submit it. So do you choose near go and submit. You need to throw the towel. Because I could exam him. Court, lawyer. Me sure say for sir. Lawyer be a juice ka. Me so be more than £1,000 mpo. E be o de so jo £500 kwa. Ni ska ketwa. Ni ska ketwa. Obeje. Ubetua. Ubeko court. Ye back and forth. Anye be e ketwa say ye boka £2,000 kwa nya de asamaba. O videos no contradictions won't be brave. O share in social media for no mo send you book woni pa na de asamaba o. You because a video here you and me yes no me team me question and I'm yes no let me come and do this live me we am seconds here and chedia some minutes ago me tell and yes no I need to do this analysis. Maybe you be listening and you be to have from about no there so here and then you are denying also almost say meaning say you're not kind like seriously.
Woman cousin ye. Why now you for so? I was so yes you.
Okay. And a trouble team. I can't send Gumisu. I can't this, and run a pile. Or go back to Natina, but deny stay. Or so on my again, I was a day be out. Or then call again, because sorry to. I know you're shorting about on your platform, but be straight. You are a client said. Me free mama pa me na mama Ngege ada
aboso wa hano me bawo
oh my god. Natina, how's that? I think that you have realized that one message a big time. This is the reason why I said it. Mature caption said, Natina, how did you get there? This is the reason. I think them say what realize say one message a big time.
Also, can't say what my Ngege ada. Aboso your videos so bebre wo wa. Now we hear video we can say when na dana o de say Ghana say na the say o de pua e mu pacha.
Me dey me hu sa video no and I mean to be honest. But said I got there can Natina what can pa. This is also a serious case. So what can pa? What did I see in them? Hey. Anyway, the only thing I say, anyway, I don't know.
Anna, and also
before somebody used that word. Sounds like a cry. Me go. When I know the care about one thing, so be having one swallow. Go and listen to that video. I know tell one thing, so be
Natina, the video, no, Asamini, she didn't mention your name. Asama cano. This is where I am saying something in Hannah. I'm a problem in now. You don't get the whole concept. The lady didn't mention your name. She didn't mention your name. Or see Obiarina or no Swarino. She didn't mention your name. Is it you? This is where you had it wrong. This is where you had it wrong. This is where I met you at the lady, ebe you so maturity, and they beat you. This is where you had it wrong. She didn't mention your name. She didn't even say, Natina and Po. No, I can't, when you saw Apostle Po. She didn't mention your name. This is where the problem is. I didn't say your anger, Nino, a Hasaya names are in now. Yes, Koteketwa, Wajamaho. Meanwhile, she didn't mention your name. And the people are almost come once. You cannot tell them what to say. The bloggers and as whoever it is or better, you cannot tell that person what to write or what to say or what to report. No. No. Metia, me come ask me. And you want to be a family video channel. No, so I analysis no dimatem. You cannot tell that person what to say about my video. No. I'm not so again. Obi to your family me video, no so channel. It's a fact. That is a fact. Oh God.
Obi be man so send na se so a omo di diabon tell no one in confirm. I didn't tell you they have even audio property they have even audios. Me I catch you say me be man sha. When you want to tell you the whole plan of who say no because kai as far as I'm sure I'm court
Natina, what you really need to understand, I think there's another problem here. Mukona your friend NNN, it wasn't registered. Oh, it wasn't legally registered. Oh, I buy mu, and I'm a boy. I stand to correct it. Obi mami a clear of it. And the two, after dissolving NNN, so we say Ngege nation was one nation. Two, Ngege nation was one nation. It's not registered as war, legally registered as war. Eyano ne daso. Ti komoni eyano ne daso. You cannot use Ngege go for. You cannot use that as a yardstick. No. You cannot use that as a yardstick. Father say, G1 Media. G1 Media is registered under Register General. Okay. So if indeed a worker or a staff under G1 Media, a Pia Bonte Ganti interviewer, once that person, he or she is a staff, or has we say, so be a seal ya, or be seal G1 Media because your worker, a staff here now, sir. And you know, whoever it is, a staff here, and I say, Obi or Abedina Tem. I also obey Syrian, obey J1 Media. No one referred to you as a worker way back away. So what it means that Oba want to casa in the name of J1 Media because legally it's registered. Legally it's under the oath, under the laws of the country. It's registered. Now whereby J1 Media is not registered. Now say Ose Uni will be or debi Oruha Koba into Abedi Watema. Ose Emin and Bedi Watem. No, this is where the problem is. Another problem need. The NNN no me say obi mami obi stated this facts mami and as obi clear way mami had it. If indeed the NNN was registered legally mami hu me say whatever and if indeed Enokwa was registered and no dissolve it because unya party bim one got what to say unya party bim okay cool nti eno dissolve it. Quite apart from that no the Ngege nation is it legally registered? So why do you say Ngege go for no? So meaning say who you sue say bloggers no? If you viewers caption bi obi odon Ngege or throw caption in favor of Ngege, obi or can say in favor of Ngege, blogger bi or can or video in favor of Ngege no. And now you sue some conform against Ngege. And now you sue some conform say omo kasa dia mama no, it's not legally registered. It's not. So about emremwa, me say about magudie na mudi ne dia. You can say so on call for yente say me so me that is magudie amudi any problem. But legally no, ye can emran say the Natina wo kan dia. No kwe wo me say you cannot use them and replace Ngege man nyeye. No. You cannot use them to replace Ngege. This is where you had the whole thing wrong. You cannot use them to replace Ngege. How? Why don't you use them to replace Ngege? Tina make say, if you are not careful, video ya why ye, any de be boy ye, contradictions in the womb, contradictions womb. Who the court now go for lawyer? Obe can't show say we una kind, we so na kind. Any na sadia hasel, ebia yen tron shemu se no adwen nya adwuma. Ebia na you are going through a lot. Maybe depression, maybe marital issues and all that. So you are going through a lot. Eba na say abro no so de ye hwe wa adwuma. On your on ma command wa bodam for adranum ampa. Said you me sit said you me dey funny face. Example am dey ma. Said you me dey funny face. That time not funny face. He needed to go to jail. Yes, not funny face needed to go to jail. But his lawyers decided, said, Eddie, you twin defend you got any autonomy. The only thing that we can do to tell the court to say, now, judge, say, now, doing your juma. Obia doing your juma better than Nako jail. It's your question, I do, and no, yes, sir. It's no, funny face, so admit it. I submitted to the lawyers, no, they got too uncafo. Because why doing your juma, psychiatric, that's all. That's all by force. When funny face was going there, oh yeah, well said. Now or sound right, but it's so cool. It's so cool. I'm telling you, that's so dear chico. Not I never gonna have you send you anything. If you are down for do credit, more I bet you are in the para. I will inform a pioneer. The man worry. They know some more damn. But no son how quack. Yeah, I know saying ye. As I say, Lewin, Epomodi and a Konya accident. Also, you that very day, Cocotra. Move on the Vietnam on the other saloon on catcher and Zoba Yamonyomono and Nanti. Oh, said the Bay bones or you have been affected. Yes, that is lawyers for you. Go what committee? I don't know why you but they need to save, they need to do something a bit more out of baby. I would hear the whole corner. It's as simple as this. Natina, what can we what can we what can some what's saying on a kind? What's saying Ngege call for next say? The meanwhile, you said it in your own voice, sir. You will force Ngege to go to where she doesn't want to go. So you said it plain, in the plain language like this. But you were denying it this afternoon. It is almost for video way, almost for voice way. No more friend, no more to 2-1. Dear God, I say, lawyers, I saw the same. So oh, now I'll go through a lot. Why being here? Dear God, come up down for you. I'm one cast of confirming. I'm telling you. Because that's how Dămăges be on me town. I'm not betting. Hey, I said, I'm not say first. So I say, Marino. No, Natina. What's in one? I don't know. Obodin. She didn't mention your name. 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 This is where you had the whole thing wrong. She didn't mention your name. Until the fans and Ngege no dey can pia one thing. Obisu on the mother. On the mother. She didn't mention your name. Until I make her say, meaning whoever it is, I'll advise you, lady. But I feel say, lady name Kasebian or Kasa or Kasam na or Modion. So, Lady Rebecca Obi say, meaning that there's something I watch it. Maybe I just some that hole. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's you. She can deny in any other day say it's not you. But what the Oba, you keep on mentioning her name continuously. Natina, that is why you have a problem. Now, council by I so on me so I mon can't just mon can't just lady is a marino. Oh, not one money ding. But what the end you keep on mentioning her name all the time, day in, day out, video be out and our video also continuously. Throughout. Until today, you decide you realize what message happen and I went to your money ding or interview him. Until today. And went to Yamodi, oh, interview him until today. And went to Yamodi. Like how? Maybe I'll keep on saying it. Find a way to talk to them. You guys should settle this amicably in the back door. Find a way to apologize, even if it will take you to apologize to the lady. On social media, do it because I'm telling you. Uko tuya one pound kwa quarter. Obie no ba betua ma. San konfo no mo bo mu nsa o who claim who use and what different me or some about them or some miracle we are draws and no a term 1 year defamation suit and Ubetia filing defamation suit against someone within 1 year. After 1 year, case and there closely. I am nonsense. I have foolish case. Within 1 year, the space of 1 year, and now Ubetia filing defamation suit against someone within a space of 1 year. And in Natina, what's that? Every 1 year, you don't have a case. So every 1 year, you have no problem. And one day you have a case. So 1 year you have a case. But if in this a defamation now what can so also about them or we have do so 1 year there and you need them of the sequence they bet you catch you on say you don't have a case. So stop using this as a yardstick because pemu game there oh so can and you say almost but legally you don't have a case. Defamation suit and within 1 year it ends there a close case close. Until you file it.